can't believe I didn't see this coming. Woo! Darth Revan's coming to Galaxy of Heroes. Oh my goodness, this blindsided all of us, ladies and gentlemen. We did not know Darth Revan's coming to the game. I have not made a single video talking about Darth Revan or HK-47 coming to the game. Oh! Alright, obviously we kind of knew that Darth Revan is pretty much confirmed. I made several videos talking about it right now. The HK-47 rework was confirmed last week on Reddit, and it was kind of a good assumption to make based off the trailer, based off of the leak that happened with the Triple Zeta Gamorrean Guard, and some other stuff going on, that Darth Revan was coming. There's a 5% chance we thought maybe Malik was coming, but once we saw HK-47 getting a rework, and then the trailer with HK-47 saying he's ready to serve as master, I was pretty much sold that Darth Revan was coming, and we've kind of predicted this for a while, I think. But we got some other cool things aside from Darth Revan being confirmed, the HK-47 rework being confirmed. We also are getting a Bastila Shan Fallen rework, and a lot of people are going crazy over that. And I have a couple of ideas on why that might be the case, but overall, here it is, guys. Right here, we have all the requirements needed for Darth Revan. And some people are asking, is this going to be a journey event or it's going to be a legendary event? And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a journey-based event, and I am concerned a bit about the difficulty. As you see right here, this is going to be a journey to the dark side, so that kind of makes me think this is going to be an ancient journey event, kind of like how Jedi Knight Revan was and the other journey events we've had before. So are you ready to face the older public with Darth Revan? You'll need the following characters in an upcoming event, and I've said this a million times. You guys said this a million times. We were pretty much 100% correct about the requirements. Bastila Shan Fallen, Canderous Ortho, Kartha Nasi, HK-47, and Juhani. For me, it makes sense. They all have a tie to Darth Revan, and this is what I'm really concerned about. You know, one of the things that we were hoping to be smart and be a couple steps ahead was knowing what to farm and we'd be good, but they might be taking this a whole other level with the difficulty of the event, where they say it will be a very difficult task to reclaim the Sith throne. And a lot of people are worried this might be C-3PO Chewbacca difficulty, and this might be a bit harder than the Jedi Knight Revan event, because we have a free-to-play character that has been added in the game for a long time, and usually their policy is if a character has been farmable for a long time, they tune up the difficulty a bit. So hopefully this won't be that difficult of Chewbacca or C-3PO. I know those are fun events. I've had some awesome times doing it, but they are kind of frustrating, and especially with a panic farm, tying in a gear panic at the same time. Yikes, that's going to be kind of steep. And then once you complete your journey to the dark side, reworks for HK-47, we knew that was coming, and Fallen Bastila Shan. I know I was being a bit sarcastic at the beginning, but this actually caught me by surprise, and I don't think anyone in the world predicted that there's going to be a rework for Bastila Shan. And they're on their way, ready to help Darth Revan become an incredibly powerful Sith leader. And I think right there, if you kind of read between the lines, I'm thinking it's kind of leaning towards the side that, hey, these guys might be important for the meta. And if you guys remember the leaked screenshot, we saw HK-47 and Bastila in the same team. So this might be a core trio for a new team to up and come. We'll see, but I think maybe Dark Side Bastila Shan Fallen might be really needed for Darth Revan, and we will talk about that in a couple seconds here. So stay tuned to the forums for full details on what's changing with HK-47 and the Bastila Shan kits, and bundles and event packs will also be available for the characters above to help you prepare for this rare and challenging event. So again, they're kind of putting in little teasers about the difficulty of this event and saying challenging and very difficult in a panic farm event. It's got me really worried. So a couple weeks ago, I did a video with Mobile Gamer saying that basically Jedi Knight Revan kind of messed up this game. And if you didn't get Jedi Knight Revan the first time, you were severely punished in Arena. And Jedi Knight Revan has definitely thrown the balance off the game. There is no doubt about it. Even people with Revan, they're getting annoyed with those Revan versus Revan matchups. So I said, I'm not missing another Revan, another 6-7 months of not being with the meta. It's very frustrating, especially when I want to make videos and I didn't have a test account up until just yesterday that was usable. Really frustrating not having the most up-to-date characters so you can make videos and stuff like that. So what I did is I pretty much bought my way to Darth Revan. And so far, I say so far, and I'll explain why, I spent $220 to get all these older public characters of 7 stars. Juhani will be there quite shortly. I just don't want to deal with the packs. I remember sitting there with Mobile Gamer when he was trying to get Jedi Knight Revan. He basically bought his way all the way to the top with the Jedi Knight Revan packs. That's a really stressful thing, and you end up wasting money at times. He wasted so much money on Bastila Shan back then. It just hurt me. So I don't want to go through packs. Packs are not fun, and this was actually a lot cheaper. You just take the past few weeks when they're in shipments to get the shards, and I'm going to get it for a lot less. However, once they start talking about the difficulty of the event, that has me worried. It's already bad enough there's only two ways to get this character. Either you spend the money now, or you've been hoarding crystals since November when these characters came out. And really, the latter thing that I just mentioned is not really the best strategy in terms of farming, because you're sacrificing so many of the things you could be doing with those crystals. So either you gotta hoard drastically, or you gotta spend $200 minimum, probably up to $400. And now, if they're saying this event's gonna be difficult, the concern that I have and many other people have is that we spent money or you hoarded crystals to who knows when to get the characters of 7 stars in time for Darth Revan. And now they're saying this event will be difficult, so now we gotta panic gear all these characters, and I'm not sure how high it's gonna be. I'm only gonna gear up the characters to what is necessary to get this event done. So I'm gonna have these characters probably at like gear 7, gear 8 maybe, leave it there and see if that's enough, because I already got Bastila Shan Fallen to 7 stars, and I just actually took her to gear 12 just yesterday because she's been such a great help for my Sith Triumvirate team. And of course, because I'm not running Revan, it's kind of hard to stay in that top 20, so I actually have to climb my way up the top 10 every single day. But still, Bastila Shan Fallen has been an amazing addition to the Sith crew. I've used her for Palpatine lead, Darth Maul lead, Trey lead. I've used her for so many different leads. She's already a pretty solid character, so it was a no-brainer for me even before her rework was confirmed to gear her up all the way. So if you're asking for my opinion right now, I would say, unless you want to be 100% sure you're going to get this character, I guess gear them up all the way. But if you want to just, gear is hard to come by. So if you want to play it safe, guys, I would say just take these characters to gear 7, because obviously level 1's not going to do it. Take these characters to gear 7 or something, leave it there, and if you can't beat the event, you'll have a week to slowly gear up the characters to try to take on the following tiers. Really, if you want to gear up someone really, really bad, you can't go wrong with this character. She's already a fine addition to the Sith team. As I've just said, I have zero regrets gearing her up even before this confirmation, and I didn't give her the Zeta. The Zeta is a bit lackluster, which is one reason why I think they might be reworking her. But overall, if you have to gear someone you really want to, this character's golden. I rank her pretty high in this game, and who knows, seeing how those screenshots show her with Bastila Shan Fallen with Darth Revan, and then we also kind of hear on the forums that the HK-47 and Bastila Shan will help Darth Revan be a powerful leader. I think this is going to be the no-brainer out of all the older public characters we need for this event. Since we're on the topic of Bastila Shan Fallen, I want to share my thoughts as to why they might be reworking her, because some people, when I announced the news, they were furious that Bastila Shan Fallen is getting a rework. She's already a decent character, and we got so many other characters in the game that are garbage and need a rework. I just did a video about Plo Koon today. It's going to get cannibalized by this video, but again, that's a character that could use a rework. He's very bad, very outdated, hasn't had to use. Instead, they're reworking a character that's already good. That has some people mad, and I have a few thoughts. Thought number one is maybe originally Darth Malak was intended to come first, and I thought myself Malak would be the first one to come because Bastila Shan was Darth Malak's apprentice first, so we all thought maybe that was happening. So firstly, maybe they got to rework the kit to kind of fit what Darth Revan's going to do, because when I posted a tweet the other day on Twitter, and I said, I wonder if this new upcoming Sith character will have death mark, shock, or marked, yada, yada, yada. And a lot of people are like, oh man, you might be right. So maybe Darth Malak was supposed to have that stuff, and Darth Revan won't. So they're maybe reworking the kit to be tailored more towards Darth Revan. I mean, Darth Revan could very well have this stuff. My thought is maybe Revan will mark, Bastila will shock, and then HK-47 will death mark. That all could happen. So another thought that's kind of on the table is that maybe they don't want to make Darth Revan as powerful, like a kitchen sink character, kind of like how Jedi Knight Revan is for the Jedi. Jedi Revan has every single major thing combined in his kit that the Jedi just kind of, they horseback off of him. Maybe they want Darth Revan to be designed where he's good, but you're going to need the stuff from Bastila, and then you're also going to need the stuff from HK-47 to really make this team work. So that might be the other idea. Again, kind of tailoring her kit more towards Darth Revan and taking some of the viability out of his kit and transferring it to her. That's another idea that I had that I might be leaning more towards. And also her Zeta, it's not that good. It's probably one of the worst Zetas in the game, so maybe they want to make this Zeta more incentivizing. Or they maybe were just trying to be sneaky, and they didn't want to give us the answer as to what the next character will be. So they made her kit where it's just completely vague, and they don't want us to guess if it's going to be Darth Malak or Revan coming. And now they're going to rework her kit now that we know Darth Revan is coming into the game. So there's just a lot of thoughts out there, or maybe because Jedi Knight Revan is so powerful, if they don't tweak Bastila Shan Fallen, maybe Darth Revan won't be as good. Jedi Knight Revan pushed the developers in a very tough corner, so there's a lot of speculation surrounding this. I'm not telling you guys accept it for those that are upset, but for people who are going to get Darth Revan, seems like to be a very important character, and it's just really speculation as to why they're reworking an already good character. And now HK-47. Now I confirmed the HK-47 rework for you guys last week when it was confirmed on Twitter by the developers, and they did say don't expect this character to make or break the droid meta. There isn't a droid meta, so if Grievous isn't going to do it, they made it seem like HK won't be able to do it. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to do testing, but they're saying that's probably not his intended purpose. I'd be actually a little upset if they take out his leadership. I know HK-47 isn't really a leader, but if they take that out, I know that's going to bum out a lot of droid fans. But he's probably going to be tailored more towards Darth Revan. So when I was giving you guys recommendations who to gear up first, Bastila Shan Fallen is an obvious choice even before the rework, and HK-47, if indeed he's going to be needed to make Darth Revan viable in Arena, this might be worth it as well. And this guy at least is very easy to farm. And as I kind of said earlier, if we do keep all that stuff in Bastila Shan Fallen's unique, I'm thinking, what if they add Deathmark to HK-47? He is an assassin, by the way, so maybe his job is to be a very deadly character to help take out those enemies really quickly. So we'll have to wait and see, but right now, if I had to give some gearing advice, I feel most comfortable about Darkside Bastila and HK-47, especially since they kind of named those two directly. It's funny seeing how we finally are making our way to Darth Revan. I remember last year, and people were hoping Darth Revan would come out last year, and the developers had to put out a statement saying it's not happening now, and they meant it's going to happen sometime down the road. So we're finally hitting that Darth Revan monument that we were kind of waiting for a long time in this game. I actually am more excited about Darth Revan than Jedi Knight Revan. Yes, one, because I'll actually get Darth Revan versus I didn't get Jedi Knight Revan the first time, but secondly, I definitely have a much better Sith roster than I do a Jedi roster. And look at, I have a bunch of gear, 12 stuff, Treyas, Sign, Nihilus is ready, Bastila Shan is ready, so, and I got Sith Trooper and stuff like that. I definitely lean more towards the dark side Sith than I do Jedi. So I actually am a bit excited about Darth Revan coming. Let me know what you guys think, but I really hope they're not going to turn this into a gear panic farm, because Canderous Ordo is not easy to gear, and unlike Bounty Hunters and Ewoks where you had them for a long time, these characters, I'm just getting it to 7 stars, and I've been farming it faster than most people, so hopefully they don't turn this into a gear event, because they know that people have been saving crystals, or they're trying to do it in advance, so they're saving money, and they maybe want people to spend more money, and that's where they're going to get you with the gear. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe I'm being a bit skeptical. You guys comment down below. What are you thinking? Are you excited for Darth Revan like I kind of am right now? Or are you just burnt out on KOTOR? Or you just want this to be over so we can move on? I can definitely understand that as well. Leave your thoughts down below on everything we talked about. Stay tuned. I don't think they're going to give us any sort of early kit reveal, so I'll be probably doing a gift changer review whenever it comes out. So be sure to subscribe for that if you enjoy that type of content. Like the video if you did enjoy, comment down below. Subscribe. I want to get to 100,000 subscribers quicker, and I see a lot of people watching my videos and aren't subscribing. Smash the subscribe button, and we will talk again very soon.
Party Richter, Party Richter. Down. Party Richter, Party Richter. Son of a